Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Stoic Outlook, the channel where we take ancient wisdom, sprinkle in some humor, and turn it into life advice that even your dog could understand. If your dog were fluent in Greek philosophy, that is. Today, we're cracking open one of the core principles of Stoicism. The first leg of the Stoic happiness tripod, and trust me, it's a game changer. It's called Areté. Sounds fancy, right? Like something you'd order at a Greek restaurant. But instead of a side dish, it's actually the key to living your best life. Let's dive in because trust me, this is going to change the way you see yourself, your life, and maybe even that guy who cuts you off in traffic. Alright, so Areté, the textbook translation, is virtue or excellence. But let's be real, those words sound like they belong on a motivational poster in a high school guidance counselor's office. So let's break it down in a way that won't make your eyes glaze over. Areté is all about expressing the best version of yourself. Not just occasionally, but every moment to moment to moment. That's what it's all about. Imagine you've got this inner potential, the best version of you, and your job is to actually be that person as much as humanly possible. No pressure, right? Now, this wasn't just a buzzword in ancient Greece, it was the thing to aim for. So much so that they didn't bother inventing a cooler word for it. We're sticking with Areté because it's deep, meaningful, and makes you sound smart at dinner parties. Mounted on top of our Stoic tripod is Eudaimonia, which is just a really old, really cool way of saying living a happy and smoothly flowing life. But here's the catch. You don't just wake up and poof. You're wise, calm, and effortlessly crushing life. No, you've got to earn it. And that starts by being on good terms with your inner daemon, your highest self, your untapped potential, the best possible version of you. Picture two lines. The higher one is what you're capable of. The lower one is what you're actually doing. The goal? Close the gap. The closer you get, the more aligned you are with your inner daemon, and the smoother your life flows. But if there's a big gap, oh boy, things start to get messy. In that dark, empty space lurk the bad guys, regret, anxiety, and disillusionment. They thrive in that gap. They love it when you don't try, when you hold back, when you let fear or laziness win. So, the solution? Live with Areté. Show up as your best self, every moment to moment to moment. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, sounds great, but easier said than done. And you're right. We've all had those moments where we know what we should do, but we don't do it. That's part of the struggle. The real challenge isn't just knowing what's right, it's actually doing it. That's where virtue comes in. Think of virtue like a muscle. It's built through action. The more you practice courage, discipline, and kindness, the more natural it becomes. And the stronger that muscle gets, the easier it is to close the gap between what you could be and what you are. Now, let's be honest. Closing that gap is no small feat when real life happens. Like when someone eats the last slice of pizza or your Wi-Fi dies during your favorite show, and suddenly, you're not expressing your highest self. In fact, your inner daemon is probably facepalming in the corner. And that's okay. Life is messy. You're here to learn, grow, and, dare I say, practice being better. Areté isn't about being perfect all the time. It's about striving. It's about looking at that gap between what you're doing and what you're capable of and saying, all right, let's try to close this a little today. So how do you actually live with Areté? It's simple but not easy. Strive to be the best version of yourself. It means doing the right thing, even when it's hard. It means being courageous when you'd rather run, disciplined when you'd rather binge-watch TV, and kind when someone's testing your patience. Think of Areté as your personal GPS. It keeps you aligned with your highest self. And when you veer off course, it gently nudges you back with a voice that says, hey, maybe don't yell at the toaster. You're better than that. The closer you stick to Areté, the less room there is for regret and anxiety to sneak in and wreak havoc. Because let's face it, those two are like party crashers. They thrive in the gap between your potential and your reality. Here's the kicker. Areté isn't just some philosophical mumbo-jumbo. It's practical. It's your day-to-day compass for living a life that feels meaningful, fulfilling, and yes, even happy. When you're living with Areté, You're on good terms with your inner self, and when you're not, that's when things start to feel off. And no, this doesn't mean you'll never mess up again. It means you're striving to do better, moment to moment, step by step. Progress, not perfection, my friends. And if that sounds a little cliché, well, clichés exist for a reason. So that's Areté. It's not just a word, it's a way of life. It's about being the best version of yourself in every moment, even when life feels like a dumpster fire. And if you can commit to that, even just a little bit, you're already on your way to living a happy and smoothly flowing life. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this little journey into Stoic wisdom, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who could use a little Areté in their life. And remember, life's a mess, but you're capable of handling it. Until next time, stay awesome, stay grounded, and keep striving for that higher line. See you soon.